So now that we've taken a look at Ohio's biggest cities, let's take a look at some of the smaller markets. Now, there are a lot of small markets throughout Ohio, and I'm not going to cover them in this course, mainly because I see the benefit in the major cities. However, there are benefits to the tertiary markets, specifically the ones that I'm going to list because they're so close in proximity to these major cities. One thing to consider is this as well. If you're buying something in Cleveland versus Newark, let's say, and they're the same price with the same profitability, you should absolutely choose the larger city because you're going to get the benefit of that larger economy. So the benefit of investing in some of these tertiary markets is that the affordability goes way up and your purchase prices come way down while not sacrificing too much on the rental cost. So first up, let's start with Akron, Cleveland's tertiary market. Close enough to Cleveland where you can commute, you can live in Cleveland and work in Akron, or more than likely, you can live in Akron and work in Cleveland. Now, Akron is known as the rubber city of the world, and this is a population of about 100,000 people. This is home to the tire giant Goodyear, hence the name, and its historical rubber manufacturing. Akron also has healthcare sectors. It's led by Akron's Children's Hospital, along with Summa Health System. And in terms of education, we have the University of Akron, which is renowned in its engineering program, along with its vibrant student life. It plays a central role in that city. Now, what makes Akron appetizing for investors? Well, it's its proximity to Cleveland. And so we're getting a lot of ripple effects from Cleveland into the Akron area. But it's also this historic and rural charm that it gives off. Next on the list is Columbus's tertiary market, Newark. It's about 45 minutes east of Columbus, and you drive through a lot of rural Ohio to get there. Now, I'm very familiar with Newark because my wife, her family is from Newark, and she grew up in Newark. In fact, she was the Hartford Fair Queen, and she raised swine and other farm animals. So I'm very familiar with Newark. Has a population of just over 50,000 people, so not too big. One of the biggest education providers in the area is the Ohio State University's regional campus. And one of the biggest employers in the region is Park National Bank, one of Ohio's largest commercial lenders. So what makes Newark appetizing for investors? Well, if you want a slower paced life, a lot more affordable places, that's one reason. But I think more so the reason is its potential for growth. Intel, Amazon, Google, Facebook have all set up in the northeast sector of Columbus, which happens to be about 25 minutes from Newark. And I think absolutely we are going to see the effects over the next decade in that small little town as it grows. The next market is Dayton. Now, this is a short car ride from Cincinnati and about an hour and a half from the Columbus market. So it's situated well between two of the biggest cities in Ohio. This has a population of just over 100,000, and it has two large universities, University of Dayton and Wright State University. These are universities that are known for their research-driven industries. In terms of job providers, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is clearly number one, as it is one of the US's largest Air Force bases there is. There's also Premier Health, HealthSource, and Kettering Health Network, which further solidify the Dayton market. Now, what makes Dayton appealing is its proximity to Cincinnati and Columbus. It gets the benefits of both markets, and we've seen a lot of appreciation and growth for that little market in the last couple of years, and I think we're going to continue to see that rise. One of Ohio's biggest real estate developers went into Dayton recently and started just building apartment buildings. And I think that is going to have a huge impact. So overall, when we're investing in these tertiary markets, we should definitely consider what is happening in the larger city. Personally, I invest in Newark mainly because I'm familiar with it. My wife is from there, and I figure it's a gamble. If I invest, I'm going to get the cash flow. The long-term appreciation, I'm not expecting it. It's more so an added bonus. For you, when you're considering if a tertiary market makes sense for you, look at a couple of factors. One is affordability. Can you afford to invest in the larger cities in Columbus? Can you afford to invest in the larger cities of Ohio? If not, maybe a tertiary market is right for you. Another thing is scalability. Do you want more places than just a couple? Well, a tertiary market offers that possibility, as multifamily and single family is significantly less expensive. So whether it's affordability or scalability, the tertiary markets have you covered.